Hi, welcome to the Truth of Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 44 coming at you. Best 44 of all time, Hammering Hank Aaron.
Okay, tell about our research. So Pete Maravich came up.
Yeah, Pete Maravich.
Old basketball fans, what number do you think of when you think Pete Maravich? So I grew up watching him play. I guess number 7.
Yeah, well, you must have been in Vietnam for a little bit when he was wearing 44. But 44 is what he was most known for.
So I want, like, Nono, Coach Rob, like, people that watch Pete Maravich. Like, Coach Rob for sure is yelling at us right now.
Yeah.
I think 7 when I think Pistol Pete. So I kind of want to hear what the people think.
Okay, all right, episode 44. We're going to give an NBA update, NFL MVP thoughts, and the hunt for Carlos Correa. Big time. Lots of internet stuff going on the last few days about Carlos Correa. Off the top, a couple of cool things happening. Erod signing with the Tigers. It's big, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tigers are, right, we'll talk about them a little bit later. They're really good.
They're players.
I think last year, how many, they have 77 games, something like that?
Something like that.
That was the absolute maximum from that team. So when I think this year, like, they're probably not going to have a ton more wins unless they go and make a huge signing. But I think they're going to improve a lot from last year, mainly in the roster. Like, the roster is going to be a lot better this year. They're going to have Erod, they're going to have Torque, they're going to have Green. Like, those are 3 big additions that will be playing all the time.
And Hunter, whatever his name is, the catcher, is supposed to be pretty solid too.
Catcher will be in every other day, yeah.
So Kelly Stafford had to apologize because she threw a pretzel at a San Francisco 49ers fan. Did you hear that?
Yeah, shout out Kelly. Respect.
Awesome. Kelly's tough.
I bet that Niners fan was chirping too.
Cancer survivor, able to raise triplets. I've seen her boxing videos.
Stafford's gave like a lot of money to Detroit.
Yeah.
So I think everyone is, like, obviously people are rooting for Stafford from Detroit, Windsor still.
Yeah, Team Kelly. For sure, Team Kelly.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander signs with Houston. A little surprised at that. I don't know. I guess I expect a little more action.
Whatever. Like, it would have been cool if he came back to Detroit, but I'm bigger fish.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of signing that people want to do prior to the collective agreement issues. So I think he just kind of said, okay, sign for a day. Okay, so this is a strange issue, and I'm not sure if you know very much about it. Peng Shuai, tennis player, kind of like did this weird disappearing act. Like, she put something on her social media feed about some old ass from the Politburo premier in China. And
Communist,
yeah. Like, the Chinese government controls everything. Like, they're probably going to log into this podcast.
No, they don't play NBA games, right? Because a couple. Yeah.
Because Houston's assistant general manager retweeted something terrible that China had done to either Taiwan or Hong Kong or the Yuzurkais. I might not be pronouncing that correctly.
It's not right.
In the eastern part of the country. Sorry, western part of the country. Anyway, this Chinese player tweeted something about being raped by this member of the Communist Party, like a senior member, disappeared, and then 10 days afterwards, people were like, where's Peng Shi? Where is she? Like Novak Djokovic and Osaka said, where is she? So then some other statement came out on her social media feed. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just at home resting. So I think the Chinese government pulled
I'm not
a mafia thing.
I'm not educated on the matter, so I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But there's a very good chance that she said something that she probably shouldn't have.
And they Jimmy Hoffa her.
No, and her agent said, "Look, lay low," and then she's laying low.
No, they Jimmy Hoffa her.
Okay, I don't think they Jimmy Hoffa her.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not educated on it because sports and movies is kind of my two, and this is pretty
She was the number one doubles tennis player for a bunch of years. She was good.
Okay. Tennis, not really my sport.
Tennis is cool.
There it is. When you have to say something is cool, it means it's not cool. It's that's not a bold take. That's a fact.
Prison rules tennis. We're playing tomorrow morning. It's going to be -3 degrees. Nobody asked. 4 really cool guys. Okay. College hoops is going to be sweet in 2022. I know Michigan lost. It's okay, but
2022. Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously the first few weeks they play. There's teams who play nobody and they come undefeated, but Michigan, Gonzaga, UCLA, Kansas, Villanova. There's a lot of good teams.
Michigan.
And good players. Yeah, Michigan.
They're winning it.
Final four for sure. I need to learn just a little bit more about this.
No one's guarding Dickinson this year.
But who's that point guard dude that they got? Right?
Devontae Jones?
Who's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, defensive guy.
Yeah, Houston, the Canadian dude, 6'7" wing, supposed to be awesome.
Musa?
Who's that African dude?
Musa.
He's awesome.
Yeah, pretty raw, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's like Mo Bamba.
Not really, but...
Who's he like?
Siakam.
Oh, that's a great comparison.
Yeah, Siakam.
Okay, good. I'll take that. Alexander Ovechkin is scoring some goals, and I really do not want him to pass the great one. I'm going to say he's not. He's going to get injured. He's going to get old. He's going to slow down.
No, it's going to be the exact same thing. LeBron is just going to play until he passes. Ovechkin is going to play until he passes. Even if he has to be 45. He's just going to keep playing and get points.
I don't know. It's tougher to do that in the NHL.
Yeah, I think he's still going to do it.
Right? For his career, Gretzky averaged 0.6 goals a game. And Ovechkin averages 0.61 goals a game. So it's pretty close.
Different eras.
For sure, different eras. And honestly, Gretzky played in the era where there was more goals scored. Mm-hmm. But Ovechkin is just a goal scorer. That's all he does.
That's kind of my thing. Yeah, like Ovechkin only gets paid to put the puck in the net.
Put the puck in the net.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else off the top?
No.
Okay. NBA update. Mm-hmm. There's a ton going on.
Yes.
Like just a bit of podcast research. The Warriors... I was able to watch a little bit of the Brooklyn game. You were working, right? So you didn't get to watch it?
Yeah.
My God, they are for real. Like Jordan Poole, Wiggins, Draymond Green, feeding well off Curry. Who's this Damian Lee guy?
He's getting some run last year.
He's
solid.
Good.
Yeah.
Man, Clay's back in a month.
Hopefully.
Who's the rookie? Kaminga?
Yeah, Jonathan Kaminga.
Yeah.
Well, and Moses Moody.
Yeah, and, who's the Gloves kid? Gary Payton Jr.'s kid. I don't think he can shoot at all, but he's awesome.
He's just a defensive guy.
He's had like 20 buckets this year, and like 13 of them have been dunks on alley-oops.
Fast break layups, then he gets on steals.
Yeah. He's awesome. So, listen, I don't know what's going to happen.
Are you buying into the Warriors?
I'm buying into the Warriors. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm not sure if I'm ready to predict them to be the NBA champs. But they're in the top. They're in conversation for the top 2 or 3 teams in the league.
Top teams in the league, I don't care about.
No, come playoff time. Yeah, come playoff time.
Are they coming out the West? I don't think so.
I need to. It's dependent on Clay. If they have who they have right now, without Clay, then no. But if Clay comes back and he looks half decent,
yeah.
If he's, 75 or 80% Clay, I'm picking the Dubs.
If you get 75% Clay. So he's still getting you 20 a game and
he's
good
probably
D.
18 a game, solid D. He maybe isn't defending the other team's best wing
Curry's
now.
Playing defense.
Curry's playing good D.
There's some tape that's coming out on Curry now because he always tried defensively.
Yeah,
just wasn't great.
I think he's a little stronger, and I think he's better with his positioning. Yeah. And here's one other thing with the less of the stupid fouls called. Sure, it hurts Steph a little bit offensively, not a lot, but I think it helps him out defensively. He can risk and go for some more steals.
Let me talk a little bit. Ref segue to a couple guys that are struggling that people aren't talking about enough. Like there's 2 huge names that are struggling, and people are not talking about them enough.
Trae Young, James Harden.
Trae Young's fine. Harden's getting together. Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard. Okay. So I just want, because I knew that they were struggling, because I like to look at box scores if I'm not watching their game, and I root for them to be shooting poorly. Not Dame, Jalen Green, we'll talk about in a minute. I root for him to shoot poorly.
Jalen Green's a punk. You know what? His nickname should be 4 for 18.
Yeah, he's good for 4. So Jason Tatum, he's averaging 24 a game on under 40% from the field. Oof. His usage rate is nuts. Like he always has the ball in his hands. For a dude that has the ball in his hands surrounded by solid ball players, you think he'd have some assists. Under 4 a game.
Yeah, he's not big on passing.
He gets his rebounds.
Not so big on passing. Yeah.
Right? I think he's got 9 a game.
Ooh, that's a lot.
33% from 3. Not much better than Jimmy Butler, right? Who can't shoot the 3.
But Jimmy does everything else.
Yeah, we're not talking. Everyone knows. And Jimmy's up there for MVP race.
Jimmy's up there for MVP.
And Dame's only averaging 20 a game, 38% from the field. So these are 2 guys that are supposed to be superstars that are struggling a lot. I know people are saying, oh, Tatum's still getting 24. Yeah, but he's missing not quite 70% of his shots, but he's missing, a lot of them. Mm-hmm. How about you get Jaylen Brown a few more looks? right? Jaylen Brown has always been efficient.
Boston, as they are currently constructed, isn't going to work. They're not even going to be a top 4 seed.
Definitely not.
They have to blow that team up.
I don't know if they have
Now,
to
blow that team up means one of Brown or Tatum has to go.
Really?
Yep.
Well, they were going nuts with this new coach who clearly hasn't been able to help them, right? Like, when they got this guy, everyone was going nuts about him. He's so smart. He's awesome. And I'm not just blaming the coach, but maybe you need to get the ball out of Tatum's hands a little bit.
You can't make chicken soup out of chicken shit. And if they were not going to pass the ball,
okay,
then...
Jason, pass the ball to Jaylen Brown.
Listen, Marcus Smart called them out. Called them both out.
Yeah, I hate Smart, but good for him.
That was actually pretty cool of Marcus Smart. So, keep going.
Have you looked at the points per game leaders? Like, have you just looked at it?
It's KD and Steph, is it not?
You got KD, Steph. You go down a bit. Harrison Barnes
Yeah.
is up there. Tyler Hero up there. Miles Bridges has been awesome.
Miles Bridges has been awesome.
He might be most improved. There's a lot of guys that can get most improved. Shea Gilgeous, like, those guys are averaging more than Dame. So if you went into the season saying Harrison Barnes is going to average more points per game than Dame, no one would buy into that. Dame, I thought, was an MVP guy, and I still think he might not win it, but he'll be in the top bit. But Portland's got to get it together, right? Chauncey's there now. I hope Chauncey. What do you got?
Just some. Well, first of all, Shohei won the MVP, which is good. That would have been a tragedy if he didn't win, and they said he's unanimous, which is good. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I didn't really care that much about the awards. I don't care.
No, I don't
a great
either.
deal about the awards unless some of our boys are into it.
Baseball doesn't do a big deal about the awards.
No, I kind of wanted to see Scherzer win it because we've met him, and
I think he was third, right?
I don't know.
I think
he was third. Yeah, I don't even know the dude who won it. I don't pay attention to National League Baseball.
Milwaukee guy, right? Yeah, Milwaukee.
I don't know.
So yeah, Tatum, Dame. People only love to talk about them when they're scoring 50. Talk about them now when they're shooting 40% on a good night.
Yep.
Another thing, Jalen Green, Rockets. So the Rockets.
Jalen Green 4 for 18.
Yeah. What's he averaging from the field? I guarantee it's below 40. The Rockets suck. The Rockets are terrible. And Jalen Green, who people, wow, he gets lots of cool dunks. Wow, look at that step back jump shot. Cade Cunningham started off a little cold shooting. Now his shooting is coming. And Cade is like 15 times the player Jalen Green is. And when Jalen Green is only a scorer and he's averaging, what's he got?
14.4 points a game, 36% from the field.
What about from three? But it's not much either. But it's under 35. Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Producers doing nothing tonight.
It's Google, man. Anyways. So yeah, the Rockets are terrible. Jalen Green sucks. And it's good to see them fail. Because I just don't like them. I didn't like them when they had Harden. Now I don't like them when they have Jalen Green. I like Christian Wood. It'd be nice if he got out of there. But do you have a number here? Wow. All right.
28%.
28 from three?
Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible. Okay. So he's hitting a quarter of his threes. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, what else you got in NBA?
Who's the best in the East? There's lots of contenders. Obviously, you're going to talk about Miami. Milwaukee's getting healthy. They're going to be tough. I think Miami right now is probably the second toughest team
Who's
in
first?
the East.
Milwaukee?
I got to go with Milwaukee. Assuming they're healthy, they're going to be solid. Miami getting Depot back. That obviously, Bam's been dinged up a little bit.
Everyone is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there seems to be lots of guys dinged up.
Do you buy into the Wizards or the Bulls?
No, Chicago and Washington are playing really good ball. And listen, they might be like the Knicks last year, where they're, maybe they could play really well and get a 5 or maybe a 6 seed. But I just don't see. Chicago doesn't play very good D.
No.
And Washington is playing good D for the first time ever. But I can't see them having staying power. Although I like some of their guys.
Who, Washington or Chicago?
Both, but I like some of Washington's guys that are not as well known. They traded, like the Westbrook trade, solid.
Win. Yeah, because Montrezl Harrell, honestly, MVP rankings, right now, Trez is like top 5 in a lot of lists.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie's good.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Dinwiddie go there, right? We talked about it.
Yeah.
But Washington, I do not buy into at all. Like, at all.
So you buy into Chicago?
Like, I think...
Well, like, Levine's good. Ball, as much as I don't like him.
Levine needs to be, like... He's one of the best players in the league. He really is, because people only talk about how good he is offensively, and he's not a huge defender.
So he's one of the best players in the league. So like all NBA,
top 15.
No,
He's borderline.
He's just past that.
If they did guards instead of forcing in Rudy Gobert as the center, right? Like LaVine has a shot to, but I think LaVine's a top 20 guy.
Yeah, he's probably right around 20.
And now he's got some help, right?
For sure.
DeRozan's been good. And
DeRozan's been really good.
He can play make a bit. Now, he wasn't able to, like in Toronto.
I don't like the ball guys, but Lonzo's okay. He's not a very good shooter, but he's a pretty decent defender.
Lonzo is the shooter now. He's averaging like 45 from 3. He can shoot. LaMelo can't. LaMelo's the one that shoots.
Which is the
30%.
older one? Lonzo. Well, he couldn't play at all.
He used to not be able to shoot. Now he's an elite shooter. Like, this is not like many people think that. He is.
Okay, I don't.
He's shooting 45. Like,
okay, I'll watch some stuff. I'll look it up. Listen, I don't do as much research as you.
It's not research. That's wow. Lonzo Ball 7 for 8 from 3 tonight. It's that.
The Nets are not right, and I love it.
I don't know.
Wait, it's obviously the Kyrie thing. And actually, I watched just a clip of Stephen A. Smith going off on the Nets.
Yeah, I heard that.
Kyrie's a bitch. He just is. Now, I'd assume at some point he's going to come back and play. But then there's going to be another issue, right? He's going to be driving to work one day, and then he's going to fall off the flat earth or something stupid like
Might
that.
slip.
Harden is out of shape, and he's getting better, but he's 32, and he's kind of chunky, and his best move of drawing fouls isn't available anymore. So he was a top 10 player, and now he's a top 25 player.
I think you're overreacting a little.
Yeah, for sure I am, because I hate him.
Okay.
I hate Harden, I hate Kyrie.
So I hate the Lakers, and they're 8-8, and I think they're probably winning the championship. So I'm just smarter in that sense, where I'm able to put hate to the side a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think. Can't. Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay. No, I mind Brooklyn a lot, unfortunately.
Well, here's the other problem. They don't have consistent bigs, right? I don't dislike Blake, other than he was a little bit disrespectful to some of the Pistons fans. Mm-hmm. But you can't count on him for a long season. They need to sit him down for weeks to try and get some juice back.
If you look at bigs, like Brooklyn doesn't have a ton of bigs, and I don't know if the Sixers are going to be in the top couple. Right? If you look at the best teams in the East, Milwaukee. I guess their big is Giannis.
Lopez and Giannis. Lopez
doesn't scare me a ton. I like Brook Lopez.
Oh, I like Lopez.
He doesn't scare me. Miami doesn't have a dominant big, so it's not like they're gonna if they played Jokic, then it's different. But they're not playing Jokic in Denver.
True. Yeah.
I don't know how good Philly's going to be while Simmons rots on the payroll. Right. I think they're paying him to do nothing, which is just ridiculous. But he
has mental health issues. You need to be sensitive to that.
I'm all for that. But it's so obvious that he is just pulling this to just not play.
Yeah.
Like, you can't not go to practice and have your phone with and all this nonsense and then say, oh, it's actually the Sixers' fault. They were mean to me. I don't think you can play both sides.
Everybody's playing it terribly, but now Simmons looks worse.
Yeah, Simmons looks worse.
And I love it that Philly is playing pretty well. Like, these guys, Steibel and Green's
Seth Curry's been nuts.
Seth Curry's been awesome.
I think he's 50, 40, 90 right now.
Nice.
Which, I don't know if he'll keep it, but I think there's only a hand, like probably 7 dudes in NBA history, around 7, 8.
Yeah, his brother's probably done it 5 times.
I think Steph's done it a couple times, and I think Seth will get it. Maybe
has KD done it? I don't know.
Steve Nash might have.
Oh, probably
There's a couple guys that were always right around there. Nash was one of them.
Anyway, I like seeing the Nets not so good.
Another thing, the Suns, do you have any idea how the Suns are doing this year?
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, 12-3 or something.
They're 11-3, and nobody is talking about them at all, and I don't really get it.
Well, they play in Phoenix, for one.
Okay, fair.
You know what? I know they've had, is the president or the general manager who's in a lot of trouble because he's an asshat.
That bad.
That's been a lot of attention, but I don't think people are going to pay attention to the Suns until March when they're like, wow, you know what?
I was surprised.
Yeah, Chris Paul looks good, and Booker's solid.
Chris Paul looks great.
Good.
I just don't understand why people aren't talking about Phoenix. Is it because if they won last year and then people are like kind of tired of talking about them, fine. Phoenix looks great, and they're still a problem in the West.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, they're a top team. Like you're talking about the teams in the West. Denver, if they get Murray back, and Jokic is a beast. Obviously, Golden State.
In the
Lakers.
West, the West is so open. Like, there's 6 or 7 teams that I can buy into. Like, if you tell me Utah, Phoenix, Denver, Golden State,
Kawhi gets back.
Lakers, Clippers. Like, there's a ton of teams that I can buy into going deep. In the East, I think it's only a few teams. Like, I think it's a deep conference, but it's, Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee.
I think those three.
I think that's probably it now.
Yep.
Philly, I think
Who
they need
knows?
another guy.
Yeah.
And hopefully they trade for it, like get rid of Simmons and get a scorer.
Like, he's got such low trade value.
If
I
he
heard?
can
Trade
play.
him to Houston for Wood and a first-round draft pick.
No, Philly's going to wait. I don't hate that, actually. Because Houston's first is going to be a, top 1-2 pick, right?
Top 2 pick,
If Houston were to give that up.
That Chet Holmgren guy or
Chad,
Banchero, the guy
Detroit,
from Duke.
The Detroit guy, Jalen Hardy.
Yeah.
What else? The Cavs.
Who's the guy from Duke that was helping Krzyzewski's kid get away with
Paulo
DUI?
Banchero.
Yeah.
Who's a top 3 pick, probably.
Yeah.
The Cavs, I don't know if you watch much of the Cavs. Cavs are really fun.
I haven't watched much of them.
They roll out 3 7-footers a lot of the time, right?
So, Allen.
Markkanen, Mobley.
Markkanen's a soft 7-footer, though.
Okay, but he's still a 7-footer, I
Is
think.
he? Okay.
6'11", I'll call
All
it
right.
7.
Let's talk about some of the rooks just for a minute.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we love Cade, and he's going to be awesome. And we both obviously watch Cade whenever we can, and we're slightly biased towards the Detroit teams.
Whenever Cade checks in or gets the ball, we get really excited.
For sure. Yeah, like, I'll be somewhere, and Isaac's like, Cade's in.
Yeah.
He plays the game well. All his shots, every single missed shot is rolled out. There's no bricks.
Yeah, but we were talking about that earlier. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen Cade miss a shot badly. I think every single shot, maybe in his
I
life.
mentioned a couple 3-pointers that weren't very good. It's like, no, they just rolled out.
You saw it wrong.
Yeah,
it rimmed out.
4 eyes, you can't see so good.
I buy into Cade. He's
going to be an all-around player. He's going to score more. He's going to rebound a lot. He's going to take over games in the fourth quarter. He's going to be the guy.
He's a closer. They're calling him Cade the closer, and he can actually be like Grant. I don't buy into as a closer because they lost a lot of close games last year, and it's because they didn't have a closer. This year they've already won a couple close games because they now have a closer.
Cade can finish, and he's going to get more calls. He doesn't get nearly enough calls.
He doesn't get any calls.
That's Cade. We love him. He's awesome. Scotty Barnes. Everybody for Toronto.
Yeah.
He is just a solid pick. Shout out to our Toronto listeners. Good pick with Scotty Barnes, and he fits well into Toronto. They're no fun to play.
And Jalen Suggs has been bad.
Jalen Suggs has been bad. Everybody loved him, and he's been bad.
So as of right now, like I always thought Scotty Barnes, I thought right from day one he will be a great defensive player, on ball mainly.
For sure.
When he's locked in.
He can rebound, he can score, he can push the ball up the court.
I didn't think he was going to be this good offensively.
Yeah.
Now his half-court offense is pretty shaky. Like it's honestly kind of like a young Giannis in a lot of ways.
Yep.
Like, I'm not saying he's going to be Giannis, but they have a lot of similarities. And Barnes is locked in a lot of time. In college, he tuned out a couple times, including on the biggest stage against Michigan.
Yep.
Where he just was non-existent and was just crying. He hasn't done that a ton in the NBA. I think Toronto is good for him.
I think Toronto's great for him.
If he went to either like an LA or a team that
Knicks or
coddled
something
him,
like that.
Philly, I think it would be bad.
Yeah.
But Toronto is great for him, and he is pretty entertaining.
Toronto's fun to watch.
Toronto is fun to watch. OG's out for a while though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, sucks.
Which does suck.
Honestly, Toronto's not going to win this year. They're going to develop some guys, and they're going to win next year.
What do you mean win?
I don't know win a championship, but they're going to be a top 3 seed, and they'll win a lot of games.
No, come on.
Toronto's
Next year? Unless
I don't know. Let's see how things play out with Brooklyn and Flat Earther and Simmons and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Mobley, stud.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun too.
Josh Giddey, who you told me about, and then I watched a little. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
He played in Australia too, eh? I didn't know that.
And he's actually a pretty funny guy.
Is he?
Interviews, social media. He's easy to root for. A lot of people are going nuts about Giddey.
OKC is going to be fun to watch in 3 years.
Well, I don't know. And maybe not 3 years. Maybe 5 years. Because they've got
so many picks.
8th graders, right? They've just got picks, 2028 first round. It's nuts, right? Franz Wagner's been awesome in Orlando.
Yeah.
He's been awesome.
Yeah.
And Mo Wagner.
Kicking his brother's butt.
Mo's getting some run, but he fouls a good bit when he checks in.
Yeah.
Who are the other rookies that we should talk? There's the dude on Indiana, Duarte.
Yeah.
Chris Duarte, who's been injured a
French
bit.
dude.
He started off super hot.
Yeah.
He started off red hot, and he's kind of cooled down. Cade's winning Rookie of the Year, though, and it's not even close. Like,
I mean, he needs to take away the first couple games where Cade played, where he was 4 points a game, and
he didn't even play that bad. Shot just wasn't rolling.
Yeah, but if he continues how he's been the last couple weeks, he's going to average 16 points a game, 7 boards, 7 dimes. Be awesome.
And they're getting the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
When he first started, I don't know if it was injury or just not good offense, but they didn't give him the ball. Now he's bringing the ball up most of the time and making things happen, which is what they should do.
We like the NBA. A lot of talk about the NBA. Let's go through this real quick. Lakers don't look good without LeBron. Once LeBron gets healthy, they're going to be pretty solid.
They're fine. He's just resting.
And small ball is the future. It just is. And it's fun to watch.
Again, not a bold take. It's been around for about 15 years.
Yeah, but now it's like so many teams do it.
Now so many teams do it.
But it's also, you can still see teams that can play it big as long as they can cover on the pick and roll to jump out and guard.
Yeah, like if you've got a guy, like when you run Giannis at the 5, I guess Giannis we shouldn't talk because he's not fair.
No, he's not fair.
But you can get centers that can guard one, right? Bam Adebayo, he'll guard 1 through 5.
Sure.
Embiid can
Beef Stew's got to get a little bit better moving his feet.
Stewart's not bad. He gets his hand up, though.
Yeah, I said to Isaac the other day, and he didn't like this take. The way the draft is looking, there's a fair amount of good bigs out there. I'm okay if they pick a big and they move Beef Stew to off the bench. Like, I think his 22, 23 minutes a game, 4 fouls, lots of energy would be awesome.
So all I would say is if we're moving a starter to the bench, why is it the guy who's been really solid the past year and change?
No, they're going to Killian's going to go to the bench too.
Okay. Then I'm okay with that. As long as Killian's on the bench, that's fine.
Yeah.
Tell me anything. Tell me they're going to start a 5th grader.
Diallo.
I want Hami to start. I've been saying this.
Hami's awesome.
I want Hami to get more run. Or Josh Jackson.
No. You just did that to bug me. Josh Jackson also should be 4 for 18.
No, he's like 4 for 20 usually.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 for 20.
Like a couple of those are good shots. But
he gets his shots up.
Somebody's probably calling me about taxes or something stupid. NFL.
Yeah.
So let's just go through top 5 MVP off the top of your head. Who do you got?
Okay. Not off the top of my head. I did write a couple names down, if that's okay.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp isn't top 5, but he's there. Like he's in the conversation. I don't have Rodgers in my top 5. COVID boy, lying boy. I
actually have him at 6.
I have to say his name because it would just look bad if I didn't.
Yeah.
But he's not. No, he's not the MVP. He's missed a game, and he's had a couple sinkers.
Okay. Who do you got as 5?
I got Stafford.
Me too.
Okay. I really want to put him higher. He's had a couple bad games.
He's had a couple bad picks.
Honestly,
that's Stafford's way.
All these guys though have. There's not a guy anymore.
I agree with you. Okay.
There used to be. But
4?
I have Allen. I have Josh Allen at 4.
I've got Allen at 2.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. That stinker against Jacksonville. Really. You can't put up 6 points against Jacksonville. Sorry, man.
I've got Lamar at 4.
I got Lamar higher. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you got at 3 then?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler's been injured.
Where?
No, I put him back. He's like 7 or 8.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks ago.
He's missed too many games.
Maybe 3 weeks ago, he was number 1. Because, what is MVP? This is the best player on the best team? Is it the quarterback of the best? Murray has to be up there, right?
He should be up there, but he's missed at least 2 games.
Yeah, he's missed a couple.
And that's the thing about Murray. No. You take away the injuries, he's right up there. But I can't do that.
You factor in injuries, you factor in COVID.
So you have Murray at 3?
Yeah.
Actually, you don't like him at all. I've got Dak at 3.
Dak at 3 is dumb. I have an honorable mention. Look, he has had a couple of bad games, and his stats are a lot better than they should be. Because they love stats.
He's had a lot of stats, though. He's been solid.
Solid, yeah. With a great O-line and great weapons.
Okay, so who do you have as 2?
Lamar.
Okay, you have Lamar. So I've got Allen at 2. And we both have the guy from Michigan.
Brady won, yeah.
Hey, Thomas Brady. Woo.
And it's not like unanimous because Brady has also had a couple bad games.
Brady's had a couple bad games too, but I think he's gonna pile up some stats in the second half.
But similar to how Cade has missed some shots, like has every shot Cade has missed, they've rimmed out.
Yeah.
Every single incompletion or interception Tom Brady has had,
drop.
That's Mike Evans' fault. Or Chris Godwin's fault. Sometimes Gronk.
Like one of the interceptions last week was
Fournette
terrible.
just threw it up in the air.
Yeah,
they do this all the time. I don't know why they throw to Fournette that much. He's got hands of freaking pancakes. Well, sometimes he's good.
Sometimes he's good, but most of the time it's pancakes.
They have Gio Bernard, right? They have Giovanni Bernard,
Yeah.
who's their pass-catching guy. But they can't always have him on the field because he has, he's had 3 carries in the past, 2 seasons. They only throw him the ball. And I don't know how good he is pass blocking. He just kind of runs routes. But the Bucs scare me.
So throw me a couple of non-quarterback MVPs. You already mentioned Cooper Kupp. Who else non-quarterback?
Well, you have to look at a team that is up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Ramsey's been really good. Aaron Donald, both have been good.
Yeah.
Green Bay's entire defense, can it be a team award?
No.
No? Okay.
That one cornerback for Green Bay.
Trevon Diggs. He gets cupcake.
No, for Green Bay, not for Dallas.
For Green Bay? Well, Jair Alexander's been injured.
That guy.
But the rookie's been pretty good.
Yeah. Myles Garrett, I've got.
Browns aren't good enough.
Jonathan Taylor's been solid.
Jonathan Taylor's been good.
Obviously, if Henry was still healthy, he'd be right up there.
The Bucs, I think, are 8-2. Just putting the Titans.
Titans are 8-2. We probably should put Tannehill somewhere, but not enough.
No, I would rather put injured Derrick Henry than Tannehill.
So, I mean, it's been an interesting NFL season. All the good teams have dropped a couple of bombs.
Yeah.
Big, stinky dumps.
Wow.
They're just terrible, which is interesting.
All of these, right? Brady, Lamar, Murray, Allen, Staff, Dak, Rodgers, all of them have had at least one stinker.
So the Pittsburgh-Detroit game last weekend, the tie, that's got to go down as one of the worst games in NFL history, right?
Yeah, maybe sports.
Guaranteed. You know what we need to do? We need to get some video of Isaac going to kick a field goal that freaking schmuck from Detroit kicked freaking Noda. Noda would kick better than him.
Yeah.
He was terrible. They cut him by 8 p.m. that night, which is awesome.
Did they release him for sure?
Yeah. They signed the guy from the
two
Patriots practice squad, and
they signed 2 guys
I don't exactly know.
Just start a competition because I think Campbell he might just put them in a ring and say whoever wins is actually our kicker.
You mean have them fight?
Yeah, I buy into that, kind of a gladiator type thing, because Campbell is that type of dude, and the Lions, I kind of wanted them to keep Prater, and Jack Fox clearly can't kick, but
okay.
Yeah, the Lions are no good.
Okay. Brady. ESPN did an interesting article on Brady being a Hall of Famer 3 times in his career, and if he wins the MVP, as it was predicted on The Truth by both members of The Truth, that'll officially cement Brady as 3 separate Hall of Fame careers.
I don't think Brady will win this year. I think he should. I think right now he's the front runner. I don't think the NFL is going to give Brady another one. I think they want to get another. I think they want to get Allen or Lamar or Murray. They want a young guy to get it. I don't think they want Brady or Staff to get it. And now you could argue.
Staff, they want it. They want Staff to get it.
No, because he has ties to Detroit, and the NFL does not want to.
No, but it's LA, man. The LA, they need LA market to be better.
Yeah,
LA market is just terrible.
And Super Bowl's in LA, right?
Yep.
So the Rams let's say the Rams go to the Super Bowl. That will be back-to-back years where it's the home field advantage isn't a big factor, and it's the 2 times in history that's happened. Bucks just had nurses, which is I'm cool with, but it's true. Worldwide nurses, not Florida nurses. And then
there were some hot nurses though.
Yeah, it's a different conversation. And then LA.
Team Tal always likes when I mention a couple of hot girls.
Yeah, and then LA. How many football fans are going to be in LA? It's just going to be a couple people that are out that have a lot of money. Be like, oh, yeah, there's a big football game tonight. Do you want to go? Yeah, man, I'll go. There's not going to be real football fans.
Yeah, we should drive to L.A. and get tickets.
Yeah, and see the Die Hard building. It's in L.A.
Nakatomi Plaza.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Good.
And then we can see a Lakers game and just boo the whole time and get kicked out.
That's a great idea.
Like the crypto arena.
And you know what? All the money that I've saved up for university, we'll just spend it on that weekend. It'd be awesome.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Okay. The hunt for Carlos. It's a big, big deal.
Context.
Hunt for Red October.
No.
Oh, Hunt for Carlos Correa. So the Hunt for Red October is when they were looking for this super-powered nuclear sub. Like an amazing, high-tech, can do everything sub. Well, Carlos Correa is that guy. He's the Red October. He can hit bombs. He can play D. He can get singles. He can get walks. He can hit for average.
Are you giving him 10 years, 300 mil?
Yep.
Are you giving him more? Whew. Like I've heard people throw around 320, 330. I would.
Yeah,
don't
you know
care.
what? So here's the deal. They only have Miggy for 2 more years.
Yes.
And then they've got nothing. Now they're obviously going to have to pay to keep, Mize and Scooble, and in a couple more years they're going to have to pay Torque.
They're going to extend Candy this year, I think.
Yeah, but not for a ton of money because Candy's been sold, but not great. Mm-hmm. So they are not committed to a lot of money. And this is where we're going to talk about the Ilitch family. Mike Ilitch foolishly spent for a long time, and sometimes people get a little bit frustrated. But then I remember Sports Illustrated did an article and said more owners should be like Mike Ilitch. Spend more than they should. Your fans. You're a freaking multi-billionaire.
Well, it's similar, and I know the NFL is a cap, but the Rams are about as all in as you can be.
Yep.
In terms
No draft
of picks.
They got nothing going on. They're way over the cap.
So the Rams just go over the cap and give all their picks up. The Tigers here just need to spend money.
Yeah, in 2 years and 3 years, the Rams will have no money. They're going to have to be signing
That's what people said
junior
2 years
college
ago.
dudes.
That's what people said a couple years ago, and here they are.
Yeah.
So I agree. In a couple years, for real, like 3 years.
So I always thought that, what's the kid Ilitch? Chris Ilitch?
Yeah.
He would spend money if it made a difference. Well, the last 6 years, it didn't make any difference for the Red Wings or the Tigers. Well, now it makes a difference. Now you can actually move from a 77-win team to an 87-win team. And you can be one of the wildcard teams. And you do not want to go against Tigers because they'll have brought up Torque and Green. And Mize is going to be like
Verlander.
throwing magic.
Yeah.
And Tigers are not going to be fun to play the next couple of years.
All the Detroit teams aren't fun to play. Like, just so that's clear. They're all tough.
I don't think the Lions are very tough.
Yes, they are. They're so bad. They're fighting for jobs.
Their coach is tough.
Their coach would fight anybody. Anybody.
I hope there's a brawl sometime this season, and he gets to fight Aaron Rodgers. He'll take on 3 guys.
Especially if one of them's Rodgers.
And listen,
kidding me?
I don't think Dan Campbell's a rocket scientist, but he is a leader of men.
Yeah. Oh, we've had this conversation. Yeah. He's
awesome.
a leader of men.
Yep.
Yes. Just like Brady is. Brady's a little smarter than Campbell, I'd say.
Okay, so let's talk about the internet rumors and the tiger emoji and breakfast and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I don't know, 4 days ago, Carlos Correa on his Twitter feed has, baseball, Dominican Republic.
You can be goofy fan, and I'm just gonna say why you're wrong. Okay, so go ahead.
So then he put a tiger emoji up for a short period of time. Somebody screenshotted it and shared that all over the world.
Okay.
What's the deal?
He has a giant tiger tattoo, I think on his chest or his shoulder or something, like right around. He has a giant tiger tattoo.
Like giant tiger, like the cheap store where you buy crap?
No, the animal.
Like a very large tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he put it on, and then his agent called him and said, Carlos, people are going nuts. You got to delete this right now. Oh, okay, sorry. Deleted the tiger emoji. And it's not like he just got this.
So I interpret that as he's always wanted to play for the Tigers. That's why he got a tiger tattoo.
So he got the tattoo when he was 21.
Awesome.
I'm making that up, but
because he knew he was going to play for the Tigers one day.
Okay. All right. What else? What else? Yeah.
Breakfast and lunch with AJ and Carlos.
Yeah, look that up. That's
true
fun.
or false? Is that true? Or
I
is
buy
that just...
into it. No, I think that part is legit.
Okay.
And
so you can explain what that is because I did about 30 seconds.
Basically, the Tigers manager and Carlos Correa were seen in Houston,
and they're buddies.
I don't know if they're buddies.
I heard they like dance together and stuff.
Pause. They've stayed in touch.
Nice.
Okay. And they were out. There's a picture that kind of not got leaked, but some dude eating food saw Correa and Hinch talking and took a picture and posted.
Somebody said it's an old picture, but then somebody said no, those are new Nikes. So that's a recent picture.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Funny. No, I don't think it's old. I think it happened, today or yesterday, whenever it came out. And
so who's gonna? Let's take a step back. Who else is going to compete with the Tigers with big money? The Yankees.
The Yankees are going to sign him.
Okay, now New York hates Houston and everything associated with the championship so that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Carlos
just pissed on Derek Jeter.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, Carlos.
Pissed on him.
Okay.
I don't exactly know the quote, but like Carlos,
he should not. Carlos Correa said he should not have won Golden Gloves.
So now New York hates him, and they're going to boo him, and the message boards in New York are going to, and Carlos is going to be like, I want to go to Detroit. They love me.
Okay, so New York, when was the last time they won a World Series? It was a while, like 09, 08. Like, I think they won then, right?
Don't say they're just going to spend like 30 pirate hookers.
No, I think they last won in 09.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
And I think their front office and their management understands that they need to put getting the guy ahead of what a couple dumb New York people are going to say. And I think Correa is the guy. Now, if the Yankees don't sign Correa, I do think the Tigers will.
Yeah.
I think the Yankees or the Tigers.
So you don't think Houston is going to sign him?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I think at this point, I think he's outie. Now, the only thing that bugs me is the past few months, I had been foolishly optimistic that they're going to get Correa, and now that it's really close to potentially happening, I just kind of want to calm down a bit and say
I'm not calm at all.
They're probably not going to get him.
Super excited about it.
We already got Cade.
There's a chance that they're going to sign the hunt for Carlos, the hunt for Red October. We'll get Carlos on the show for sure.
Yeah,
and we should get Sean Connery on the show too.
He passed away like a year ago.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be tough get. That'd be a tough get.
Over a year.
Little Pet Cemetery action.
You can get Harrison Ford. It's basically the same guy. Now, if the Tigers don't sign Correa and they don't get Corey Seager, and I think Corey Seager's second option, you don't spend any money, and then you just get some cheap guy, you get Andrelton Simmons for a year, or they trade for not a young prospect, but a guy. Sean Connery passed away how long ago?
October 31st, 2020.
so
almost exactly.
So a year and a few weeks.
Yeah, so we're not going to get him on the show. Can we get another James Bond?
Tom Holland? The kid that plays Spider-Man wants to be James Bond.
Really?
So does Dwayne Johnson. I don't really buy into either of them. The Rock as Bond?
Oh, the next Bond is going to be a chick.
No.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't. No, we're not going to have this conversation. It's a different conversation, but that's not going to happen. It'll be...
It's going to happen.
Hopefully it's Superman, Henry Cavill. He's talked about it.
Oh,
and he's just too good. But no, we're not talking about Bond.
That would be really good.
Yeah, okay. Do you have anything else here about Correa?
The hunt for Red October. The hunt for Correa.
I don't think they're going to sign
Hunt for Carlos.
I don't think they're going to
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to be a big, big, big deal. I don't
oh my
think
gosh,
it's as
if
big
it
as
happens,
Cade.
it's going to be a big deal.
Is it? I don't think so.
It will be a bigger news story, but I don't think it'll have as big an impact just because the NBA, right? You get a couple of stars and you can really affect things, right? Like look at Anaheim has two of the best players in the history of the world, and they've sucked for a bunch of years.
Also, another internet rumor thing. After AJ Hinch's meeting today, it came out that Correa followed a couple Tigers on Instagram that he hadn't already been, like Akil Baddoo he follows now. Miggy he follows now. Candy,
Really?
yeah.
He's signing. The hunt for Red October, the hunt for Carlos. Same thing.
It'll be really... Oh, man. I don't want to talk about it because
awesome.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Excited.
But I'm there.
Okay, good. I think that's it. A couple of episodes coming up. We're going to line up some more guests. We have not been so good with the guests. But top conspiracy theories of all time.
Yeah.
That's going to be a topic soon. I actually had some good ones written down, but Isaac ixnayed it because we
why?
talked for 43 minutes already.
There you go.
Okay. Peace out, everybody.
The producer told me.
Oh, yeah. Wait, it's like Christmas coming up. Buy some swag for your loved ones because it's cool.
For your loved ones.
Yes, for your loved ones.
Okay.
Yeah. See you, everybody.